The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
Disgusting. They smell. They're sticky. They say things that are horrible.
98.
All right, they are officially done as the champions of our glorious Playdio 2021. They are now lame duck. After today, we'll have a new champion. Silence the Voice will ride out the rest of the year for 10 more shows or so, and then our brand new one, which we will announce later today. And our theme song begins next year with whomever we choose. And it won't be Blood Eagle Army.
Oh, you don't say.
Well, for those of you who can't remember, Blood Eagle Army sounds a little something like this. We tolerated that quite a bit yesterday. Got an email from the guys in Blood Eagle Army.
Did you?
Yeah. And they're pretty cool. It says, Dear Morning Sickness, thank you for the awesome feedback, criticism, and most importantly, the opportunity to be part of Playdio. We truly enjoyed listening, and we are truly grateful for the opportunity the station provided. It's been a tough couple of years for us, and like many of the bands, playing music is a form of therapy to let out what is inside. We jam together for fun, and every one of our songs is different. Instead of playing it safe, we took a risk that unfortunately did not pay off. My only regret was that our intro overshadowed the entire song we submitted.
It did.
It did.
Yep.
Contrary to the low score that we were provided, our singer and drummer, which were much better than many of the other bands submitted in your contest. John said himself our singer sounded like traces of The Doors, and then he said he hates Jim Morrison. But our singer was not out of key like many of the other acts that were played. Our drummer had very solid transitions, and we were not playing off a drum track or simple metronome like other acts did. We did not open with the overused Pennywise-sounding bass line, and we did not try to be copycat or less good version of some other band that has made it. For better or worse, we are ourselves. Do not try to pretend to be anyone else. Were we the best? Certainly not. But it's also unfair to call us the worst when so many of your other submissions had us sing so out of key or use metronomes for their drums. Perhaps it was all the acts leading up to us that built to your frustration and made us your band to slaughter this year.
No.
Maybe it's because we had the unlucky number of 13 as our entry.
Oh.
Either way, we have thick skin in this way too sensitive time in history, and we really enjoyed the laughs we got out of our submission. I will say it's cool that we made the impression. We got a reaction, even if not for the right reasons, and I enjoyed seeing some of your listeners requesting our song on your social media outlets. Say what you will, but unlike some of those other bands that played, we were memorable. We brought feelings and emotions, which is more than what the others can say. We can't wait to see fans bouncing and causing havoc when we play Blame at our next show. Nothing but respect for you guys, the listeners, and all our other bands that competed in this contest. Sincerely, Blood Eagle Army. Well, thank you, Blood Eagle Army, for understanding that this contest is A, for fun, and B, that song's horrible. That's all you need to remember and know forever.
William Hung was memorable,
Exactly,
but not
right.
for the right reasons.
He made a lot of money. And my suggestion after reading your email is maybe track some vocals, get a metronome. I think it's a good idea. Some of those other bands that did that I really enjoyed.
You know an intro you can get rid of.
Oh, yeah. There's right now I'm looking at 24 seconds of something that I would just cut to right here. And then I cut this part. Then I'd fast forward a bit and I'd cut up to there. Yeah, that metronome would come in handy. I think you guys need that thing. I think it's a good idea. But they were cool. That's nice of them to at least acknowledge, hey, not the tea that Brady likes to drink, as Brady likes to say. Not my cup of tea, which is a really odd and kind way of saying, you can go ahead and off now. Not my cup of tea.
Same message.
It is the T's and P's of insults.
Hey, I'm sending you T's and P's.
Oh, well, thanks for nothing. Did you like the turkey?
Not my cup of tea.
That's a strict hard no. That is a hard no.
You're basically saying, I know there's people out there that like that. It's
What
just
you're-
not
but
my
nobody
cup of
asked.
tea.
Nobody. But the question is never, do you think many like this? It's always, like, what did you think of that?
Not my cup of tea. So you go ahead and there's the door, and why don't you just off out of it
Shove it up your...
and take your crappy turkey with you?
Not my cup of tea is the meanest. It's the husky.
Brady's not sending turkey out the door.
No, that's true. Well, if it's not his cup of tea, it must be a terrible. It's the Blood Eagle Army of Turkey.
Not my cup of tea.
That is my favorite insult. Like, you could call me the C word to my face. I'd be less insulted than not my cup of tea. It's fat kid jeans. Husky, plus size. Right, I get what you're doing there. You're trying to soften the blow. But Brady it's not my cup of tea, the Blood Eagle Army. But they were nice enough to even. That's cool. So we appreciate that, too. It is not for the thin-skinned, the music world. And I think part of why we do Playdio at all is to let you know that this band of idiots has been around this thing long enough to see program directors, and Brett worked in a record label for a while. They are not kind to bands.
Nope.
No one. Even the good ones get
They're
kicked
going
in
to
the
get
nuts.
my cup of tea comment.
No, they get
They
the
get
well.
nothing.
No, Brady. Nobody wants the my cup of tea comment. They want the They get the underlying meaning of my cup of tea. The truth. My cup of tea is don't ask me any more questions. I didn't like it.
Even Larry talks about his music testing and stuff. It's like they give you like the first 15 seconds of an intro. If they don't catch
You're
it, it's
lucky.
out.
The tests for radio are 7 seconds. Each song gets 7 seconds, and people are like, I'm in, I'm out.
Yeah.
And if they have a little dial, and it's not like maybe, it's in or out. And that's how they test music, and that works. And it has worked for years. People can argue it all day long, but it's worked for years. And, sorry about that, but not my cup of tea. It's just an awesome phrase.
Great band name.
Not my cup of tea.
Or band name that would be great is Your Cup of Tea.
Your cup of
Not
tea.
my cup of tea. It's good stuff. I walked out to my car after last night, coming home from CB Live and Record Time, listening to a little Dua Lipa on the way home, just to cleanse the palate of all the noise. Had some soft Michael Kiwanuka. We were talking about him yesterday. Had a little bit of that going on. Singing and enjoying the ride home. Music night all the way around. I get out. Chris from Whiskey 6, Christopher Shane, gave us some eggnog. So I had that out in the car. And I get out of the car and I go in the house and I start getting ready for bed. I'm like, oh, wait, I forgot the eggnog. And I went out to the car and I grabbed the eggnog, went back inside, bedtime. Woke up this morning, car door wide open. Ooh. And I'm like, no, this is no good. It was me. And shut the door. I'm getting old man stuff. I walked away. I Bidened the whole thing. I walked away. I just left the door wide open. I went in and got the eggnog, and it's in mason jars.
Right.
So I grabbed them like precious eggs. And I didn't even shut the door. What was I thinking? So I walked out. I thought this morning for sure. I'm like, ransacked. I'm moving. Nope. Dumb old man move. Just left his car door wide open.
Huh.
What are you going to do? Shut it, fired it right up, looked around. Old car battery still in the back seat. All my workout stuff still in. I'm like, we're good. Car starts.
Old car battery.
Yeah, when I changed the battery, I took it out and I put it in the back seat.
That was like a couple months ago.
And then I'm supposed to go over. Yeah,
Because I remember he called me for it.
yeah. Well, because like, which one do you put on first, red or black? Because I got a lot going on. I got a lot on my mind. So he helped me walk through that because I have like all those aftermarket things I had to figure out how to do. It was impossible. Then I couldn't remember which one you put back on, red or black, before it blew up the whole system. I got lights and air compressors and everything else going on. So if I put the wrong thing on there, I'd blow out like 9 things. I don't know that it would happen, but I didn't want to arc everything. So I put the old battery in the back seat. I'm like, I'm going to run that over to the AutoZone. And I haven't done that. And now I don't know if I still can. So now it's embarrassing. I just leave it outside.
You always can.
They'll take it.
If you just leave a battery on their doorstep, they take it like an orphan. It's like the when you leave a kid.
They've got a battery drawer.
Yeah, it's like the kid at the firehouse. You just drop them off anytime you want. And man, I'm so shocked I don't see like 10 and 11-year-old kids just standing outside that firehouse. I don't fit in the drawer, but nobody wants me anymore.
Come on.
It's
been here all night.
Another thing we have to talk about. This is touchy, and Brady's. This is touchy because this goes against like kindness. It's delicate. So when we're out at events and stuff, like last night at CB Live, and the crowd's really nice and everybody's really cool, and we're all kind of in the same boat as far as, you listen to the show. Most of the time, everybody's kind of nice or likes us. The buying of a beverage has to be a agreed-upon transaction. Because
you had 2 instances?
Well, we had a couple. I had a lady come up to me and said, I want to buy you my nephew's in the band. I want to buy you a round of drinks.
Wheels.
Now, here's what she did. She told the waitress to go get the drinks, which is fine. So that was a clean one. Brett and I had the exact same reaction when a nice man came up and dropped off beers for us. And we looked and we're like, those are roofied. Like our first reaction when you bring us something.
Toledo, you drink them.
Yeah, we give him to Toledo, make sure he's still standing up. And that's what we're thinking. What if this is Toledo's dad and he wants to finish the job? We don't know. What if he's hired by Toledo's dad? What if it's Blood Eagle Army? We don't know.
Oh, yeah,
we just don't know. Last night, one of the bands that hates us comes up and goes, here's some beers, boys. So I don't want to waste your money anymore. There has to be a protocol to if you guys buy us a drink, it has to be an agreed upon.
First.
It has to be like, can I get you a drink? Yeah. What would you like? And then we have to go through a waitress because I can't have you handling that on your own. It scares me. And then we don't drink it, and you wasted your money, and I don't want to do that. We gave them to Medea took one. We had a couple incidents where the drinks just showed up.
Yeah, she's still on the toilet.
Yeah, well, it's just she spends a lot of time there because Brett does some damage, but that has nothing to do with the beer. But our first reaction was, I'm not touching those.
No.
It's the same thing that we've put a stop to, and I'm proud of us for doing it because the generosity is kind, but don't bring us food. It's a tradition in radio to be nice to you when you say here's food, and I have to stop that because people have dropped off food here in the past. There's a lady named Cheryl who used to always make us cookies. Now, Cheryl we got to know after. Still skeptical on the free food thing because sometimes Cheryl comes in and wants to argue.
Semi-vetted.
Sort of. I've had a few because she made me eat one in front of her, and I got nervous. Like it was a delicious, but sometimes she makes stuff with coconut and things like that. I'm like, thank God I'm not your test dummy on this. But I get nervous about that you may have an axe to grind with Toledo. Who doesn't?
Right.
And then you're trying to poison us, and I'll get the poison cookie. I don't need that. So from here on out.
Waiting for Lady J cookies.
I was just going to say the same thing.
If Jay Gutentag brought us food, I would not touch it. Now, if Jay brought me something, I'd be cool with it.
As long as he said, don't share with Dick.
Yeah, don't give. This one's for Dick. If there was a specific one for Dick, I know that some of that ricin might have gotten on my cookie, too, and I'm not going to eat. So let's just be good about that. And I think that goes, I know Brady will probably try your food, but even Brady pushes listener stuff away because we don't know. You read about that stuff, like, who's Selena? Her biggest fan.
Yeah.
Vader was there last night. We know Vader.
Oh, yeah.
If he brought me a beer without like a waiter as an intermediate, I'm not drinking that. I don't know if Vader's like, I'm going to be the one that kills him. John Hinckley Jr. Was it John? No, it wasn't Hinckley. It was Mark David Chapman. Killed John Lennon.
Yeah.
Biggest fan of John Lennon's you could ever imagine. Got an autographed copy of Double Fantasy the day he shot him, thinking that now this album I've got is going to be worth more, and I'm going to be the man who is tied forever with John Lennon.
And he missed Yoko.
Yeah, and I hope he was aiming for her. But that's the way it always is. So think about what you just said. One of these listeners is going to try to kill Toledo and hit me. And he's the Yoko. He's going to live. He's going to live forever. And I'll be dead at the Dakota. And it's not fair. I'm going to eat the rice and cookie meant for Toledo. We all know it. So we all take it back. There were delicious beers handed to us. I felt terrible. I think we gave one to Vader.
I think so.
I think Vader got it. He'll drink it. But it just makes us too nervous. Now, call it paranoia or whatever. I call it taking care of myself. It's self-preservation.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Exactly right. You got too many Mark David Chapmans out there. And even on a small scale like radio, you get a fan out there. It's like, I love your show. I love your show. Let me get you a drink. My sister Sam, the television show in the early 90s with Pam Dauber. Who shot her? Dude who was in love with her. Couldn't get enough. Went to kill her because he wants it synonymous. He wants to live with her forever. The guy who shot Lennon wanted to be mentioned with Lennon forever. And he is. He's like the fifth Beatle when you think of it like that. Yoko is, and then him, sixth. So we have to have the agreement here. And Brady, I don't know, you seem like you're saying.
Well, you're being kind of you're pushing away some possibilities here.
No, you said it right. I mean, it's changed.
Has it? It's always been the same. It's just now we have to be louder. You can't just do that. Like, imagine.
I don't know. It's changed maybe for you think about it more often.
That somebody's poisoning you?
Well, like getting a drink, at the bar, someone buys you a drink.
Sure. There has to be a middleman.
Yeah.
I have to see an employee of the place hand it over. I have to watch you get it at the bar. Because the lady that came back, she goes, which one do you want, the roofied one or the unroofied? I'm like, from you, I'll take the roofied one, just in case. And she started laughing. She goes, we're good. But there was a waitress involved. Can't have that. Can't have it. We all got nervous. Brett goes, I'm not drinking those. They're roofied. I'm like, he's right. You never know. Because Blood Eagle Army, as cool as that email was, you might try to kill Toledo. And God forbid you hit America's sweetheart instead. Then what? Then the Toledo show starts. And nobody needs that.
Toledo and Mo.
Toledo and Mo. Tolemo.
Tolemo.
Just change it real quick to Tolemo because it's going to not be good. But anyway, just wanted to address that. It's not an easy thing to bring up because it's generosity. It's kindness. We enjoy spending time with you guys, but we can't have that. Can't do it. Brady, are you going to spatchcock your turkey this year?
I am not.
Do you know what spatchcocking
Oh, yeah.
is? Brady's a fan of spatchcocking.
What the hell's that?
I am.
Spatchcock.
Are you spatchcocking?
Yeah. Spatchcock.
I'm hearing spatchcock a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a thing where you just take you Caleb your turkey.
Yeah.
You just
You
take out
remove
his
its
bones.
spine.
Yeah, you remove its spine and it lays like a flat dead.
Oh, really?
Flat,
It's almost
roadkill.
the best way to do a bird.
Yeah, it's spatchcock. It's just a funny name. That's the only reason it caught on. I'm hearing everybody go, we're going to spatchcock. I was watching a show on, I forget what it was, like MSNBC or something. Like, let's talk about spatchcocks. I'm like, yeah, let's talk about that. You just basically rip the spine out of the carcass, and it flattens down like Caleb, and then you put
Butterfly
Caleb in it. Yeah, and then you slice it in half and spatchcock. And they're saying people are doing that to a turkey. You never spatchcocked your turkey, Brady?
I haven't.
give that
I've
a
seen
try.
it done. I've had a spatchcock turkey.
Yeah, you enjoyed that?
Delicious.
Of course it was. It was. You wouldn't have said otherwise. You're the Guy Fieri of food. You eat it and you say it's great. Spatchcock. Not my cup of tea. I like my turkey to be skeletal. Is it? What's like? Were we doing turkey so bad? Does it eliminate salmonella?
No, I think it speeds up the cooking process a little bit.
It does.
See, that's not good for me. Again,
You like fast food.
Okay, but my paranoia of people not doing things right,
right,
speeding up turkey and chicken is not my idea of, let's get this done faster. No, I want my turkey and chicken finished right. I want them to be well prepared. 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in the oven, I think, is necessary to bake out all the disease.
Smoking's still the number one for turkeys this
Who
year.
is?
Smoking, the preferred choice
Oh,
of...
prefer, but not everybody's smoking. Everybody does ovens.
No, they're
Like
saying
smoking's
fry
not-
them, too.
according to Google Trends, it's like...
That's the biggest trend. That doesn't mean everybody's
Yeah,
smoking it.
Not everybody's. That can't be
Correct.
the
It's not
number
the,
one way turkey's prepared because not everybody can smoke. Everybody's got an oven. Oven turkey's number one.
Yeah, it's got to be.
As far as how they're prepared. Spatchcock's down on the list, but it's something I just want to say over and over. I want to go to a doctor and tell him, I think I got spatchcocked.
Yeah, it's the most
Confirmed.
Googled turkey cooking technique.
Sure, but not everybody's got a smoker. Yeah. You have to have a smoker to do it. You can't just go outside and put it in a...
But roast is number 2.
Yeah, that's... Well, roast is number 2 as far... You're confusing
It's just
people.
correct.
Just saying,
it
I
is.
like smoked turkey more than roasted
Like, I'm
turkey.
going to smoke my turkey this year. How should I do this?
Right,
They Google
that's a
that.
search.
Yeah, and then roasting, too. 'cause
How long do you got to smoke a turkey for? Is it longer than an oven?
Depends
Yeah.
on if you spatchcock it or
You got to
not.
spatchcock that smoked turkey.
I'm not spatchcocking a damn thing.
My spatchcock.
About 3 hours.
I'm going to say that to everybody
It's
this
only 3 hours?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Okay.
And if you go
Christ.
lower, a little bit longer
Okay.
on the temperature.
I don't even order DoorDash if it says the wait's over 40 minutes.
And if you go with a pit turkey, Brett, you need 2 days.
Yeah, you do.
2 days.
And a teenager.
Yeah.
And a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Brady got some dude to dig a hole in his backyard and give him a turkey, and it showed up pink.
Got me.
Nobody to sue. They should have.
So good.
It wasn't good. It was salmonella full. It wasn't good. The redo might have been good. And I
just popped mine in the oven for another
I was gonna
hour.
say, there was
Right,
no
so then
redo.
it wasn't done, and it wasn't good. That's too much work for paying a kid. Here, dig a hole in your backyard and cook this thing in the dirt.
The 3 years I did it, that was just the 1 year, John.
That's too many. It's
2
33.
years, I'm 50-50 because the
Hey.
first year was great. Second
Brady,
year was raw.
Your 1/3 is Hall of Fame numbers in baseball. The guy's hitting 333 with diseased turkeys coming to your door.
He's been moved out of town.
Good.
After
He
that,
shouldn't be
yeah.
cooking for anybody. He should lose his license.
The Bulls are good people.
I didn't say they were bad people, and I know you don't like talking about neighbors, but the man tried to kill you with a turkey, and you keep saying he's a good person. Stop it. You're that annoying family member after they catch the killer, and they're like, we forgive him. Like, no, I don't. Screw you. He tried to kill me with turkey. Dirt turkey, by the way. I dig a hole. I stuff it in there. Dirt turkey. I'll drop it off at your house uncooked.
He's a good dude.
No, he's not.
Sounded like such a good idea. That first year was good. That's why I was back in.
The good dude.
Which one?
The guy that dug that hole in his backyard and then tried to kill me with it.
Oh, yeah, sounds like a great dude.
The whole family's good. You stop.
280 birds.
I was going to say, I think we talked about it. It was a massive hole.
Too many.
Massive.
And he almost Jim Jonesed an entire region of the city.
No, only one of the rings. He had like
Would've been
6
Gilbert.
rings.
The
Concrete.
6 rings. That's
rings,
appropriate.
yep.
Satan's rings of turkey.
Yep.
The 6 rings. And he dug a hole in his backyard in Gilbert.
This whole ring thing, that's new to me. I just saw it the first 2 years.
Teenager
I did. Just
digging.
drop it off and come back tomorrow.
Digging a
and get it.
mass grave for turkeys. Throwing them in a hole, lighting it on fire, and then dropping them off half-cooked at Brady's house. And Brady's like,
I'll throw it in the oven another hour so we don't die. You a good dude. Here's an extra 20 bones. Spatchcock it.
That was after the first. That was after a little bite. Like,
oh, yeah.
might be a little raw.
That's right there. I'm throwing the whole bird out. I assume he's trying to kill me. So what else is in this? You're too trusting.
Everything was fine after we cooked the turkey that the man tried to kill us with.
It's like Nicole Simpson's family using the knife to carve the turkey. This is the one OJ used, He's a good guy. He's a nice person. He
Good blade.
Didn't try to kill me, and this blade gets the job done, let me tell you that.
You can spatchcock in no time.
He tried to spatchcock Nicole. Yeah. So, no, Brady, no more of that. That is not something I'll accept as an answer.
Good people. Good people.
Maybe nice people. Never again allowed in the house. They'll kill you. As soon as look at you.
You'd crack up because my neighbor's like, you know what? This was a couple of months ago. It's like the Bloomfields are going to be out thinking about taking over the pit turkey thing.
Taking over the
Whoa.
pit turkey.
It's a tall order.
Is it? The first kid wasn't even doing it right. What's tall about it? Just do the turkeys and you've surpassed the last guy.
And he could use the same
Where did the Bloomfields
rings.
go?
Utah.
Oh, of course.
Back to the Mecca.
Back to, they went home. They got called home. The Gilbert, Salmonella gang had to go up to Utah where they can. It's better soil up. Less caliche you have to dig through.
Right? You can pit
You can
a lot easier.
Pit a lot easier and kill more Mormons. Terrible idea. I dug a hole in my backyard. I was going to cook something for you in it. No.
Got a good system.
The answer to that is no every time. Brady, a person I know, hi, we're digging holes and cooking stuff in it. Would you like some?
Heck yeah. What are we making?
I don't know. We're going to kill you with it, though.
Yeah, good people. It's a good group. Thanks.
Ruby Cheeks loved her pit turkey.
She's dead, isn't she? Died?
Yeah,
I think she
that was
passed
the
away.
year it happened.
She passed on. I think that killed her. Spatchcock. I think Ruby Cheeks got spatchcocked. It was in the news. Spatchcock. Smoke my spatchcock this year, Brady. I'm going to bring over a spatchcock, and I want you to shove it in the ground. Earthen foods. What's wrong with you?
Fresh from Mother Earth's bosom.
Stop it.
Smoking today, John.
Put it in the oven. Smoking's good. That's a system of material. If you have a shovel at all for your food, you've done something wrong.
Just got to dig a big enough hole.
No, we're out. I'm not Anasazi. This is not necessary anymore.
We're not going to be doing a pig roast at your place anytime?
The earth.
Oh, yeah, they'll dig the pit. Put
No,
that
again.
whole hog in there.
If my meal requires shovels, I'm not doing
it wrong.
I'm not doing it.
Get a group of Hawaiians over there.
That's right. I'll have Hawaiians come by the house and dig a hole in my backyard. The only people who are digging holes in my backyard are Mexican. That's the only. I trust them. They're the only good ones at it. I've seen white guys try to dig a trench in my backyard. It took forever. Mexican, 10 minutes. Same job. Hawaiians, I don't need all the dancing and they play shells and start running around with fire. It's dangerous. Group of Hawaiians gets together. Next thing you know, everybody's in dead grass clothes and there's fire. It's just fire hazard.
Everything's wrapped in leaves.
Yeah, they're a fire hazard. Digging a hole and putting food in it. What's the matter with you? We just bring back the plague while we're at it. We got technical advancements. Why are we going backwards that far? You're not digging a hole for your 14 orphans.
No,
it's stupid. Then you got to fix your yard after.
When I get rid of a few of them.
Where was the
If those
Greenfields hole?
birds were all spatchcocked, that happened.
Well, it did. That's the problem. Your neighbor's dirt turkeys weren't spatchcocked. I'd eat Tom's Wintermeyer's delicious beach towel turkey before I eat the dirt turkeys. We're digging holes, making food. Want some? No, that's what a homeless man would do. He'd pick up food out of the ground.
You don't know what you're missing, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's good stuff. We put coals in. Where was the hole? In their yard?
Yeah, they had farmland, and they put the...
They live on a county island, so they had to drive down a little road, and he's got the backhoe over in the corner.
I've seen this before.
If I could have Deliverance cook my food,
exactly.
I'm out.
The first 20 minutes of Texas Chainsaw Massacre looks very similar.
The line of 50 cars. Get in line, pick yours up.
Yeah. If you dig it, they will come.
So you had to supply the turkey? You just paid him to bury it?
Yep.
$20.
$20.
$20. $20. There's where Brady's really kicking in. Bradestein just showed the colors on that one.
$20 with their marinade. $15 if you don't want the magic.
I had to pay $20 for raw turkey.
I've done both.
You went to 15 the first year.
I said, give me one with the marinade, and I'll do my.
And then how
rub.
much extra was the salmonella for the uncooked one?
Yeah, which one
That
was the raw
was free
one?
of charge.
Oh, he gave you your $15 back for the dead turkey that was
He
uncooked?
did. He said they'd give anyone that had a raw turkey to get their money
Which
back.
is the right thing to do because you went and bought a turkey, gave it to him, and then he gave it back to you immediately without doing a thing to it.
I said, that was good salmonella. Thank you.
Close enough. You're good
Keep
people.
the money.
Why don't you folks head on up to Utah?
So he started cooking it for you, and you just had to finish it then later, or what?
The 1 year.
Okay.
He's a Mormon, so he's back there, and he's like, fudge this, and he just put it in a bag and gave it to Brady. He'll eat anything.
Take this, Moroni.
I've always hated this non-Mormon.
Thanks a lot, Todd Bloomfield. Thanks for your dirt turkey.
It's not finished.
I know. I'll do all the work from here.
So you were ready to sit down and eat, and then you had to wait another hour or so. That had to kill you.
It didn't really. Our deal worked out okay because we had 2 birds. The one bird was already
2 birds?
ready.
Yeah, you had a backup bird. We did not.
It's like a cooking show.
We did not. On
Brady's
ours.
always got one that's finished in the oven while he shows you how to cook.
Aunt Sue did roasted her bird.
Oh.
And I brought over a
dirt turkey.
Yeah.
An uncooked dirt turkey.
Yeah. But I was the only one that tried, so we put it in the oven for an hour, and people were working on the roast turkey. When the dirt turkey came out, Brett, gone in 15 minutes.
Of course it was. Your whole family is batch crazy for eating dirt turkey.
Trying to shine that up.
Yeah.
I can't.
And you had a dirt turkey.
Then a fight happened.
Yep.
Oh, and that was the year the fight happened?
No, it wasn't. It was a different year.
But it was the same group.
Same crew.
And they're not coming over ever again.
No.
Yeah, they're done, right?
Not unless I get the ring built.
Yeah, you got to put up
So
some
you're saying there's a
turnbuckles?
chance.
They're good people. They just tried to stab me with a drumstick.
Good stuff. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Wow. Looking forward to this holiday.
Yeah, no
Well,
kidding.
you're getting it. You'll be ready for your
Yours
misfit.
is going to be rough. We get story. You're the only one with stories this year. But the have you even ever been approached by somebody that says, I'm digging a hole in my backyard, I'd like to make you dinner?
No.
Me neither. I don't know where this happens.
I get nervous when somebody says, I'm digging a hole. I'm like,
digging-
I'm kind of out here.
Hey, would you help me dig a hole? I'll help you. I need to know why. Nobody needs to know why. Yeah, I've never had anybody go, ding dong, hi, neighbor. We're digging a hole and making food. I'm like, get out of here. You waste my time with this.
How did you find out
And
about
I
him?
because I
Wandering
knew
around.
I knew the neighborhood was doing it. The Mormon Nostra had their their chain of hey, email. Would you like pit turkey? We're doing it this year, and so I
You weren't
asked
on
my
the
neighbor,
emails. Oh.
I go, what's the deal with the pit turkey? He said, you didn't get the email?
Well, how did you know about it?
My neighbor was saying, are you doing a Bloomfield pit turkey? I'm like, what's
He
that?
asked you that. Oh.
Yeah. I said, you know what? I'll try one.
Ugh. That's what I've said for years about them. You Bloomfields. Never liked you. Never met you. And I don't like you at all. Digging holes and cooking people meals.
You'll have 27 of the Bloomfields over at your place if you say that.
Will
That's
I?
just one house.
Well, they'll have 27 holes in each of them. Stay away from my house, dirt turkey people. I've never had that. Nobody's ever knocked on my door and said, we're digging a hole. We'd like to make you some food. No. No, thank you. It's just weird.
You
By
would
the
like
way,
it
I'm
even-
over on that too. I only got it because he said he was doing it. You should do it, Toledo.
What do you mean I would? What are you saying I would like that? I would hate that.
No, you would have hated the fact that the kid was in high school at the time.
Right.
And he was doing that to kind of raise money for college.
When's the last time a 7-year-old wanted to make me something I wanted?
I mean, Dad was helping him out on it.
His family's fine. They've got ranch land. They've backhoed a kitchen out of the earth. They've got money for I don't have to pay for this kid's college, one turkey at a time.
No, but it was a way he'd make some revenue.
Yeah.
Go get her.
17-year-olds digging holes and cooking me food is like immediately out.
His buddies would come over there and stay all night smoking weed and drinking. Do the pit turkeys.
Hey, man. Me and a couple of dudes from the football team dug this hole, and we'd like to make strangers food, if you don't mind. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Is the health inspector anywhere near you? No way, bro. No way. Let's do this. This sounds like a great idea. I'll invite people
Fudge,
over.
yeah, I'm in.
We're going to have fudge and turkey. Shoot. Yeah, well, anyway, you're cooking your own this year. Smoking
yes, sir.
Good for you. Make sure it gets done right. Another thing I wanted to talk about was, remember how last week I didn't know much about that guy that was getting executed in Oklahoma, and it was on like, oh, he's innocent and all that, and they did. The governor called like 4 hours before and said, all right, life in prison, no execution. We're off death row. It's like, hooray. But I didn't know much about it, so when I looked into it, all I saw was that Baker Mayfield of the Browns was upset about this and wanted this guy freed, and he was crying. And I'm like, anything that makes Baker Mayfield cry, I'm for. So I wanted that guy executed like toot sweet. Baker is in the news again yesterday because he's having a tough go. And this, I read between the lines on this in a huge way. This is fantastic. His wife, after Sunday's game, goes on the Instagrams and posts out, anyone who questions, where does this go? Anyone who questions the toughness of Baker Mayfield needed to watch this Sunday. He had his head down and look at something about, what does it say? Maybe some of his teammates should learn that lesson.
Ooh.
Awesome. She calls out the Browns for not being tough. Now, here's what that means. She's upset that her husband comes home every night, cries before bed, that he's the toughest guy on the team, and nobody pays attention to him. People are booing because they were booing Baker pretty hard in Cleveland. They're getting fed up with him being a number one pick and not panning out. Well, Kyler Murray's over here at 9-2, and now he wants $40 million a year. And so he's coming home bitching to her, and she finally snapped. So it looks like a wife protecting her husband. If you look deeper into it, what it is a wife who's seen her husband go through this day, and I'm so sick of getting booed. I don't even care. This city doesn't love me enough, and I try. I'm tough. You're right, tough, big.
I'm going to support him.
It was too hard. And then so finally she sees him, getting it out there on the field and being tough. And then she's like, he's tough. And she did it.
My husband's the toughest one in the field. Maybe the rest of the team should take notes.
Send.
And how mad.
Delete.
Yeah.
Immediately. And then, but screen caps came up. So Baker Mayfield, I am so happy to report, through my own research, sources tell me, cries himself to sleep every night because of the boo birds. Hilarious.
How mad would you be?
Oh, great stuff. You come home and you're like, what did you just do?
Yeah.
I saw that your teammates weren't as tough as you are.
Oh, I'm dead.
You don't say that.
I'm dead. You just cost me the Progressive ads. I'm done. Baker's house is brutal now. I can't wait till he can't be a Brown anymore and the Progressive ads has to be him with moving trucks outside of that stadium that they keep saying. Oh, boy, do I hate that Baker Mayfield. Now, he might end up being a Steeler, which I wouldn't mind at all because, I think the Browns are the organization ruining him. But that wife of his, remember when Gisele Bündchen, when the Patriots lost the Super Bowl and she screamed into that camera, well, if his teammates didn't drop every pass, he can't catch the ball too. And even Tom, oh my God, shut the up. I know you're trying to help, but this is worse. Hilarious. But it just made me feel like it's such a Thanksgiving wish. It's like that. It's almost a Jimmy Stewart kind of wonderful life moment to think of Baker Mayfield and little tears running down his baby face when he lays in bed because he's so sick of the boo birds. Oh,
I've got this, honey.
I take care of my man. You guys don't know. You don't see him crying every night. He tries so hard for you.
Oh, that's great stuff. I love when a wife stands up for a weaker husband. I thought that time and that Korean guy and I almost got into a fight because he tried to kick my dog, and Megan stood behind me and he said, "You go home." I'm like, what do you mean go home? You not from here. What do you mean? I'm not from here. Where you from? I said, I'm from Indiana. Exactly. Like, wait a minute. We're talking about where's somebody. You don't belong here. It was at the Biltmore, and he gave my dog a nudge with his foot and give a little kick to my dog. Hey. And so I'm bowed up. I'm ready to fight. And then Megan said, at least we're not going to eat our dogs. I'm like, oh, God, she just proved him right. She just made us hillbillies. Racist hillbillies. But it was a good shot. Like, all right, sorry about that, sir. And TikTok, why'd you do that? Why'd you yell that? I had it. I was going to slaughter the world with this guy.
Oh, he kicked Lexi.
I know, but you can't call him a dog eater. That's just not right. It's not cool, man. You can't kick a man in the pills like that. You can't do it. You can't. Wives can't stand up for husbands. It always looks bad. Always. Even in movies and stuff, when like a guy's in a fight and the wife comes over and bonks a guy in the head with a beer bottle and knocks him out. It's just, it's unfortunate that some men need it. And Baker Mayfield needed the power of his wife. Typical Cleveland Brown. Weak. Useless. Cuck.
There's another crying for quarterback.
Oh, my God. Johnny Manziel. Have you seen this?
Wow.
Go on TMZ right now, all of you, and take a look at Johnny Manziel's former, Johnny Football, Johnny Moneybags. He's dead and gone. He tried to play in Canada and failed. He's one of the worst quarterbacks in the history of football. And he had this gorgeous wife because people for a while there thought Johnny Manziel was going to be something, including her, so she latched in. All of Johnny Manziel's money that he made in football is hers now, and it's in her body, and she looks unreal. And she's celebrating the divorce by showing everyone in the world pictures of her perfect ass. That's basically all it is. I mean, it's all, and then in the middle of it, her and her friends just got in thongs and took pictures around this broken heart cake, fondant cake they made that said, I do, I did, I don't, which I thought was pretty clever. It's a divorce cake. And they just got in thongs and took pictures of each other's asses to say we're free and single now. Look at this girl.
Holding keys next to him.
She's amazing. And then in the thing, she has the nerve to go, no shade to Jay. I'm just happy to be divorced. It's been like 2.5 years. Look at this. Unbelievable. I left you, Johnny Manziel. She's celebrating leaving Johnny Manziel.
Whoa.
With her friends' butts.
Oh!
On some beach that she could never afford without having stolen his money in the first place.
Look at the cake.
I do agree with that. Divorce at last.
Oh, it's a broken heart cake. I do, I did, I'm done. It's a great cake, but look at the butts on these girls celebrating that
That's
Johnny
a good
Manziel.
girls' trip.
Johnny Manziel is not going to be in their lives anymore. This is how exciting it is to not know Johnny Manziel.
Look at these horses.
Look at that.
Hey.
She did a whole shake my ass thing with the cake. Oh, and Manziel. I don't know where he's going to. He's going to be digging holes and
he's going to kill himself
and making turkeys for $100 for a person. Look at the butts on these chicks. They love their butts.
No fastbacks.
Not a single fastback in the bunch. And just fantastic butts. I mean, Johnny should be happy you got a shot to ride this for a little while. But you got to get off the ride now because you're broke and it doesn't look like you're going to be full anymore. And she wants fame. And you ain't providing it. He looks like that little weird Browns logo. That strange little
the fighting
elf
brownie.
The elf brownie. But man, oh man. That butt. That would be depressing. A girl breaks up with you and makes a cake and then shows everybody her ass. That's just a tough breakup. I mean, dudes don't do it. You never see a guy get divorced and then just show pictures of his big dork while he's, sipping champagne and saying...
Does he get visitation on the cans and stuff like that? I mean, he
bought
spent a lot of money on those things.
And clearly purchased the ass as well.
Yeah.
Because that is a 20-inch waist. So there's been some sculpting. There's some stuff going on there. Yeah, can you visit that? There's got to be a new rule in court cases with divorce where it's like, all right, you get half the money minus the 80 or 90 grand you put in her in the first place, or the 80, 90 grand stays in the agreement and he gets to come by and fiddle with those every once in a while. He still gets to have his body he bought for you. It's like splitting the car.
Yeah. Or she has to buy it back from him. So.
Yeah, it's a buyback program, and it's not prorated because you've made money off of it. So it's actually been
getting interest on that.
That'll require some paperwork.
That's right, but that's what divorce is. That's why it took 2.5 years. But then you look at these pictures, and you're like, man, he bought that? Because that didn't look like that when Johnny met her at Texas A&M.
He posted this a month ago.
Is that Johnny Manziel?
Yep.
Yes.
What is he doing? What is he, running cartel drugs? What kind of outfit is that?
I'm not sure what he's doing there.
What's up, Juan Valdez?
Oh, he's got to sell that car now.
He's posing. It's the new
car is it?
Browns logo.
Mercedes.
It's the fighting brownie.
Oh, man. He is the fighting brownie.
He's got the
little
hat.
He can't see over the steering wheel, which was the problem in football for him. Johnny Football.
First comment, he's alive?
Yeah, barely. World's biggest douchebag.
When did he disappear from like the Canadian League and everything?
Oh, it was a couple
like
years
within
ago,
a year, within a year of him being out of the NFL, he tried to play. And
Yeah,
then
I remember that,
He was
but I
going to
didn't know
play
how
in
he
that
made it.
AAFL or whatever that thing
And
they had
he
here
didn't
for
go
3
right
years.
away because
Yeah,
wasn't he
yeah.
asking big money?
Well, yeah, he said, I'm not playing in Canada without you paying me top dollar.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're not good at football. Was it Texas? Look at her butt. This girl loves her own ass.
And she likes going around topless, too, apparently.
Yeah. And she loves her friends' butts, too.
Yeah.
She'll only be friends with you with a proper bottom. Yeah, there's definitely, that is all just manufactured and in a great way. Whoever her surgeon was, fantastic job on the stomach. Woof.
Whoa.
Good Lord, was she a ring girl at a fight?
I don't know.
Looks like it.
Anyway, divorce is rough on guys, but it's really rough when you purchase their entire. Look at her butt. What is going on? Yeah. And she owes it all to him because I don't get a job. It wasn't like she was walking around as like a dentist or something. She knows where her bread's buttered. Those coconuts finally look like something I'd eat. Hold them over those things. Anyway, sorry about that, Johnny Manziel. I can imagine that the next hog you're with is going to look like Susan Boyle from America's Got Talent. And there she is petting a shark.
With nothing but ass.
And just her ass up in the air. Where do these girls exist?
I don't know.
Holy Moses, she's just shopping for fruit or something in her thong. Where are they?
I don't know.
It looked like Vegas almost.
Man,
one of
those
those.
Shevitz. What do you think Johnny Manziel's next chick's got to look like? He'll never have another girl again. Because
No, he can't compete
He can't
with that.
downgrade
No.
from that publicly.
No, he's going to turn into Twink.
What?
Unless this
He's got to.
You think he goes man now?
He's got
heavy,
to.
heavy on his bros.
He peaked on the girls and he's like, forget it.
Yeah, where's he going to go from here?
You got to get. You can't. You're going nowhere but.
Well,
So I
if
guess
this
you might as
tattoo
well.
thing doesn't work out for Holly Saunders. Maybe he makes a run at that.
She might be next. She got an Oscar de la Hoya tattoo. I guess if you're going to downgrade, you might as well just go down on a dude. That's spectacular. And Johnny's football money is all over that body. And she's going to end up marrying one of the sharks from Shark Tank and be a billionaire. It's like my friend Colin. Still one of the best, awesome, awful stories ever. Colin dated a girl named Tony Munoz was her name. Not Anthony Munoz, the lineman. 6 feet tall, dark hair, absolutely stunning. Took her to Titanic. I'll never forget the movie. Came back, called me on the way home, goes, I'm king of the world. Like, that movie just taught me two things. Leonardo DiCaprio is not, I am king of the world. I'm like, what happened? He goes, she's into me. And nobody can figure it out. I'm like, this is great. Said, anything happened? He goes, no, we left it real classy. She's just into me.
But there is a connection.
Had the flu. Like, they got the flu. Out cold for like 3 days. Calls her back 3 days later and says, hey, I had a really good time last Friday. I said, well, you never called me back. Yeah, no, I had the flu for a few days. Well, I don't like games. Click.
Oh.
Moves on. Do you know who she is? She's the wife of one of the Hunt brothers who owns the Kansas City Chiefs. Next time Colin saw her was on the field at the AFC Championship game when the Chiefs were advancing onto the Super Bowl, and he goes, whoa, wait a minute, who's that?
Little presentation.
I think I rubbed up against that once. And his life over here stinks. And she rolled on to marry a billionaire who owns a football team. And she still looks great. Colin, not so much. It's Johnny Manziel. Same story. And from there on out, it's just trash and hookers. That's all you can get after that. Why commit to anybody else? You had the diamond in your hands. And look her up, Tony Munoz, Hunt. I think she married Clark Hunt. It might be the other one.
Lamar Jr.
Lamar Jr. Well, either way, she's got Chiefs money and all of it. And she looks amazing. Poor bastard. And that's Johnny Manziel's story now. He had it all. He had it all. In fact, he manufactured it. He built one in a lab. He weird scienced a girl, and then the weird science girl broke up with Wyatt. It's just awful.
Now he's going to hook up with Gary.
Yeah, well, why not? He and Gary have to, you know what? They're friends forever. As Zach and the Zach Attack said in Saved by the Bell, friends forever.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Did you find her?
I'm trying.
Oh, she's
I'm
good.
coming up with some.
Not Anthony Munoz.
No, now I got Dr. Tony Munoz Hunt.
That's her.
Dark hair?
And she's also a doctor.
Oh. Boy.
My friend's like,
Colin, really?
he blew it.
Way to go, pal.
Ironically, she's going to become a doctor, and the flu is what broke them up. She's also a model. It's just brutal, the poor bastard. And she get kids, though. She's ruined.
Yeah.
That was inevitable. Yep. Whoops. There's the photos of the dream that almost was. And that's the husband.
Look
there
at him.
There they are at the AFC
thumb.
Championship game. He's got thumb head. There's the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
Colin!
And Colin's ex-girlfriend. Poor Colin. And the worst part is he was trying to play it classy. Didn't even throw the ding at her, you know?
Wow. He didn't get what?
Look at that. It's after like 3 kids, too. Imagine what that looked like before. Anyway. Now she's a hunt. And Colin says that she's a hunt, although it sounds like he's not saying hunt. It sounds like it rhymes with hunt.
There she is with the trophy.
That's her with the Lombardi trophy. Colin got to touch the Territorial Cup once. He works at ASU. They found it in his attic. All right, what's on the big board of musical treats today?
Okay.
Just a happy day to know that Baker Mayfield cries himself to sleep. That's all. And his wife let us know that in so many ways.
Baker's so sad at home.
All he does is bitch about his teammates, cries at night, and she just had enough of the Boo Birds.
He's so mad at her.
Brown's crying. It's my joy. I love a crying Brown. And that sounds racist. But it's true. What do you got, Bert?
All right. Wake Up Song brought to you by our buddies over there at Action Ride Shop. Going to do that holiday shopping this weekend. Action Ride Shop is open, and you got that snowboarder, skier, or mountain biker in your list. They got the bikes, they got the gear, they got all the accessories. Head them up, actionrideshop.com, as well as on all the Instagrams and Facebooks and all that kind of stuff.
They still got coffee?
Yeah, I actually have the 5 a.m. blend.
Nice.
So
Stocking
stuffer. There you
It's
go.
a good one. It's good stuff.
It is.
I have that opened in my car for a month.
It's like air freshener
next to that
for
car
you.
battery,
Yeah.
and it smells amazing. And for a week, I couldn't smell. And I realize now that the coffee has worn itself out because you can't smell anymore. I need another thing for just that. I use it for potpourri because I don't drink coffee. But I can't imagine if you're a coffee fan, if it tastes half as good as it smells. Oof, get on that. That stuff's good.
Let's see, guar on the list, meat sandwich from a couple different people for your Thanksgiving. And
that's me.
Yeah, Slayer, Skid Row, Avatar, Dandar making an appearance, as well as the ice skating guy from Playdio.
Oh, man. Dandar will never die.
Pantera, Fear Factory, The Uninvited.
Yeah.
Anthrax, Mushroomhead, Monster Magnet.
Let's go
One of
with
the guys last night said he was going to write lyrics to the Dandar song.
Yeah, no,
That's right. He's going to do a remix.
Great. That would be awesome. Well, my Paul Sura here in our building, who is a pitch-perfect guitar and bass player, said what we should do is take the worst of the songs and put it with professional musicians, and then we can, like my band, can sing it the way it should have been done. And just rub it in further. I'm like, I can't get people to do that. That would be awful. Because some of them are conceptually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just they had no guidance or any, ability. I want to do Skid Row Monkey Business, which is the name of the company that makes those dirt turkeys for Brady, because it's usually just lab monkeys that are shaped like turkeys.
We also had a few requests for, I know Hank 3's up there, but we also wanted Punch, Fight, and F for your Thanksgiving.
You know what?
hopes
Maybe
and
that's
dreams.
it. Let's do that. Do you have Punch, Fight,
have the
F?
clean one,
The
yeah.
clean version. Punch, Fight, and
Fun.
It's a good song. Have you heard Punch Fight?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you're going to like it. Hank Williams III.
Oh, okay. Well, I got the Tore Up and Loud one. That was
Yeah, Punch Fight F is better. Tore Up and Loud. Anything Hank 3 pretty much is the tenor of almost all Thanksgivings at this point. They're very uncomfortable, and there's going to be punching, fighting, and that's basically what it is. And I hope everybody enjoys it, especially if you've dug a hole in your house backyard and then handed out food to your neighbors.
Apparently, it's not a lost practice. John, there's a group of Boy Scouts in Gilbert that does the pit turkey thing every year to raise money / donations. I was skeptical at first, but I have to admit it was delicious, and it was totally cooked, and we've done it every year since.
By all means, keep supporting the Boy Scouts. Whatever you do, continue to support that awesome organization. The Rape Scouts. Love it. Fantastic work. Keep giving them money. All those guys that are like, they just constantly, you're just like, we're sorry. We're not going to do it anymore. We're not going to do it anymore. And then they keep doing it. Just stop. And I don't want children digging holes and cooking for me. It just doesn't sound like something I want to do.
Keep it to making shoes and other children.
Yes. I would like you to just, if you're going to do it, slaves with repercussions while you build my Nikes. That's it. And not on my...
Man, they're doing a great job.
They're doing an outstanding job. Because you know why? If they don't, they're gone. We get rid of you. Now, if those were the repercussions for pit turkey failures, if the Bloomfields had to kill that kid afterwards, like they do the slaves over there at Nike Town. I think LeBron actually goes and kills the kids that aren't producing.
Wonder what he did on his night off.
LeBron?
Yeah.
He's suspended,
That's what I'm
for
saying.
punching people.
Good.
Yeah, good. We should just get rid of them altogether. Somebody said, man, what a way to start the morning. Thank you for the pictures of the ex-Johnny Manziel. Yeah. The wife is worth taking it to. Just go to TMZ and take a look at her because, woof. And that's got to be rough, no matter if it is on good terms. There's nothing worse than your wife's perfect ass being displayed as single and ready now.
Could be the next Bachelorette.
And single and ready to mingle. And it's been lightly used by a tiny little Johnny Manziel dick. Who paid for all this?
My ex. Isn't it great?
Yeah, and I get to use it? Mm-hmm. God damn. Manziel's going to be ringing doorbells. I dug a hole, making some spatchcock monkeys in the backyard.
Johnny Football Pit Turkey?
Yeah, Johnny, you'd buy one.
You made
Hell
this?
yeah.
Johnny Manziel. He lives in the alley down the way, digs holes and makes fire.
Pit turkey. Disgusting. Where is it? Did he get the song?
I don't know.
He just disappeared. Is it coffee time? You need a break? Did you get a call? He's trying to find it. Well, we don't have to.
Right when you did that Boy Scout thing doing pit turkeys, he was gone.
No,
placing an order.
The Boy Scouts. And maybe pit turkey is good, but I want it done by a restaurant and somebody who has connections to the health inspector. It should not be allowed.
When it's not raw, it's really good, John. I'll tell you that.
Right. And that's true of all turkeys, Brady. All turkeys fall into that pit, so to speak. The raw ones, bad. In every type of way that you can present a raw turkey is bad. Cooked ones, I don't care how you did it. Just make sure it's done. And you ate some. Was it bloody?
No, it wasn't that bad.
But not enough. And you knew.
It was really the slapjags that didn't turn in their thawed turkeys. Supposed to be completely thawed.
So you just gave them a turkey and got one back that was like they didn't know which one was yours.
Well, the system is you hand your bird in.
Yeah. And then you get
and they
something
give you
in return.
A washer with the number on it, 43.
Okay.
And that other duplicate goes onto your bird.
Right.
They wrap it in the foil, put it in there. You got the 43 bird. That's your bird.
Okay.
Then you come the next day, you bring your washer with the number on it.
Yeah.
You hand you the 43
How much
bird.
more hillbilly?
So how?
can it
Yeah,
get?
exactly.
Flawless system.
What does that have to do with the other slapjags?
You're supposed to hand in your bird when you turn your bird in, thawed.
Right. So what? So yours doesn't.
I did. It was fine. But some people.
So did I. Mine was bloody.
So what?
And some of the people did not have their birds thawed. So when they went into the pit, the birds that weren't thawed completely brought the temperature down, which
cooled the room.
caused.
Yeah, but shouldn't the slapjack have checked out that it wasn't thawed
A little
out
bit
yet?
of that. A little bit of that.
Isn't that always on the chef? The cooking part.
There was dual slapjacks involved.
A lot of slapjags in this operation. This is a slapjag operation.
It was that year.
It's too many slapjags in the kitchen. Too many cooks that are slapjags. All right, let's do it. Hank Williams 3. The theme for Thanksgiving 2021. Punch, Fight, and F. This is a great, stupid song. It's 98 KUPD. Happy Thanksgiving.
98
Station identification.
KUPD. Arizona's most powerful rock radio station.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Dale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.